Good evening, everyone. This is just to check if my voice is audible. I'll start the session exactly in 5 minutes. Okay. So exactly at 6 o'clock we'll start, and 7:30 exactly we will end our session. Okay. Okay, so I'll start the session. And good evening, everyone. So this is going to be a session on Infosys, where I'm going to talk about what is going to be the pattern for you and what could be the cutoff, what are the different sections which you are going to have in the test, okay, and how to deal with it, okay, how to prepare for it. So those kind of things we are going to talk about in this session, okay. And we are also going to deal with couple of topics in this session, all right. So any doubts you have while while the class is being done, if you guys have any doubts, you can just write it in the comment section, okay. So I am going to address it if you guys are facing any difficulty here. All right, so I can start the session. Okay, now, so there are two roles for which Infosys conducts the drive. Okay, for you it is going to be a system engineer. Okay, for you the drive is going to be system engineer. Okay, and approximately 3.5 LPA it is. Okay, and for this particular one, there are going to be 7 sections. Okay, here I have given only 5 sections: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here I have given only 5 sections, but there are totally 7 sections in total. Okay, and you can also see the timing. Okay, so for logical, 15 questions they have given 25 minutes, and for quants, for 10 questions they gave 35 minutes. Okay, for English, for 20 questions it is 20 minutes. Okay, these are pseudocodes, which I can also say these are kind of algorithms. Okay, where it is just you just have to solve the question step by step. Okay, so that is what pseudocode means. All right, so these are little bit related to coding. Okay, it is not going to be completely coding, but it is a step by step process of calculating or getting the answer. All right, now the last section, it is going to be puzzle solving. And for 4 questions you are given 10 minutes, and here for 5 questions you are given 10 minutes. Now this, if I consider the time given here, okay, if I consider the total time given, actually Infosys gives very good time. Okay, it means in the given time you will be able to complete your paper comfortably. Okay, except this section. Verbal is one section where you will have a little bit of difficulty in completing the questions on time. Otherwise, okay, all the other sections it is going to be little easy. Now, these are the 5 sections which were there last year actually. Okay, this year another 2 sections are added. Okay, I will add another 2 sections here. Okay, just make a note of it. So the 6th section would be grammar, the questions based on grammar, and you will have totally 10 minutes here. Okay, and 5 questions would be given. 5 questions, 10 minutes for grammar, right? And there is another section, the last section, which is writing skills. Here you need to write either letter writing, either a letter or a essay, whichever is given to you. Either a letter or an essay, whichever is given to you, and 10 minutes would be given, and it will be only one question. So this is going to be the total pattern. Okay, so totally 7 sections are given: logical, mathematical ability, verbal, pseudocode, puzzle solving, grammar, and writing skills. Okay, now here in logical we will talk what all kind of questions would be given. In mathematical ability, what all kind of questions would be given. Okay, tomorrow we are going to talk about verbal section, pseudocode, puzzle, and the different sections. Oh, hum log kal karenge. We will talk about it tomorrow. Okay, so today our whole concentration would be on logical and mathematical ability. Okay, I know it will not be completed today. Okay, but then I will give you the required information on how to study. Okay, and some of the topics we are going to cover it, right? So as of now, is it understandable, guys? Please just let me know in the comment section. Are you able to understand everything that is told to you, or if you are facing any difficulty, please let me know in the comment section once. Okay, so that I can move forward. All right. Okay. All right. Now, so let's try to decode the two sections, okay, which we have got. Now, one of them is logical section, okay, and the other one is named as mathematical section. Here, you need to totally attempt 10 questions, and the total time given is 35 minutes. Okay. Now, for 10 questions, if somebody has given 35 minutes, that means the level of the question is going to be little high. Okay. For one question, approximately are given 3.5 minutes, which means the level of the question is going to be little high. Okay. Now, for logical, for 15 questions, only 25 minutes are given. Okay, which means the level of the questions are going to be little easy only. Okay, so let's discuss about what are the kind of questions, okay, that are given. Now, in mathematical, there are two types of questions given. One, data arrangements. Okay, one of them would be data arrangements. So what is data arrangements? It can be something like seating arrangement. Okay, 4 people are sitting in a row, 5 people are sitting in a circle. So those kind of questions are given. Okay, so seating arrangement kind of questions, right? It can be linear or it can be circular. Okay, or it can be in any other form. Okay, now next one. So these are totally 5 questions. So these are totally 5 questions, right? So out of 10 questions, your seating arrangement would be 5 questions. Okay. And another 5 questions would be the questions based on numericals. Now, what are these numericals? Numericals, the questions which are given based on time and work. Okay. Time, speed, distance, profit and loss, right? Percentages, SICI. Okay, so these are the topics. Okay, there are different topics, right? All the numerical ability topics it would be, or I can say it is questions based on quants. Okay, so totally 10 marks would be asked from here. Okay, and in logical, 15 questions are there totally, out of which, okay, logical, totally there are 15 questions, out of which 5 questions would come from syllogisms. 5 questions would come from syllogisms. 5 questions would come from data sufficiency. Okay, and 5 questions would come from data interpretation. All right. Okay, so overall for quants and logical, this is going to be the questions which are going to be asked. Okay, so you have to be prepared accordingly. Accordingly, you just be prepared for these kind of questions. All right, and we are going to discuss 2 topics today. One is going to be syllogisms and one is going to be data sufficiency. Okay, so these are the 2 topics that we are going to discuss today. All right, so and about verbal and all we will discuss tomorrow. कल हम लोग discuss करेंगे about verbal and different sections. Okay, and if I have to talk about the cutoff, okay, so if I have to talk about the cutoff, it is going to be a sectional cutoff. That means each section is important. If you qualify in every section, then only, okay, you will be moving forward. Okay, so every section is important. And second thing, the sectional cutoff would be around 60%. Okay, that means out of 10 questions you need to get at least 6 questions right. At least 6 questions right here. At least 9 questions must be right here. Okay, so this is how the sectional cutoff would be. Okay, it is going to be 60% at least. Okay, so just be prepared for that. See that you are getting more than that. Okay, not less than that, definitely. All right, so please confirm, guys, once whatever I am telling, if you are understanding it or not. Okay, please confirm once in the comment section if you are understanding the concepts or not. Okay, and today it is unfortunately a little bit noisy because some work is going on, and anyways we cannot ask them to stop the work. Okay, so just bear with me a little bit. Okay, you can hear a slightest of the noise. Okay, so just bear with me. All right. Okay, guys, I hope till now whatever was told to you, you understood. Okay, the pattern and how the questions are given in the sections. All these things you have understood a lot better, is what I feel. All right. So let's start with the concepts then. Okay. All right. Okay. Now this particular topic, syllogisms, is a very important topic, at least for this particular drive, because 5 questions will be asked from here. Okay, now what you say, the weightage is very high. So if you know syllogisms, almost 5 out of 5 questions you can solve. Okay, syllogism, the advantage is that only you can solve 5 out of 5 questions if you know the concepts. Okay, so it's very important that you know the concepts for syllogisms. Okay, and see, if you know syllogisms very well and if you know data sufficiency very well, so 5 questions you can get from here, 5 questions you get from here, which is totally 10 marks out of 15. The other 5 questions, even if you go wrong, okay, you will clear the cutoff. Okay, so that is the advantage you have. Okay, if you learn these concepts very well, and these are the kind of concepts where you can get 5 out of 5 marks. All right. All right, now in syllogisms there are certain things that you need to understand. Okay, now what you say, one of them is how to make a diagram. Okay, how to make a diagram, so that is something which you need to understand first, right? So syllogisms we are going to solve by using venn diagrams. Okay, by using venn diagrams we are going to solve syllogism. There are other methods also, but using the venn diagram is the most easiest method. Okay, so we are going to use that only. All right, let's see. So what we are going to do is, for example, these are the questions. Okay, so I will show you how we need to solve or draw the venn diagrams for these questions. For example, all snakes are reptiles. Okay, it is given all snakes are reptiles, which means all snakes come under reptiles. Okay, or else I will just what you say, give a small what you say description for all this. Okay, so for in syllogism there are 4 statements which you would commonly get. These are the only 4 statements you would get. Okay, all the other statements, you can categorize them into these 4 statements only. So what are those statements? Number 1, all A's are B's. Okay, some A's are B's, no A's are B's, and some A's are not B's. Okay, so all the questions in syllogisms, you can, what you say, get it out of one of these statements. Okay, every statement of syllogism will be from one of these statements. Okay, now if suppose it is given all chairs are tables. Okay, if it is given all chairs are tables, that means it is this statement, right? Okay, now if all is not given and chairs are tables, only this is given, chairs are tables. Now if I am saying chairs are tables, okay, it definitely means that all chairs are tables. Okay, if I am saying chairs are tables, it means all the chairs are tables, correct? Okay, so you need not have any doubt in this. Now some A's are B's. If it is written most A's are B's, this also comes under some A's are B's only. Okay, this also comes under some A's are B's only. Did you all get this one? Okay, I hope you guys are understanding this one. All right. Okay. Now what is the next thing? When I say all A's are B's, you need to draw the diagram like this, where I say all the A's are coming under B's. To cover the whole concept, it would actually take a lot of time. So I am completing it a little quickly. All right. So whenever I say all A's are B's, I have to draw it this way. All A's are coming under B's. Now, some A's are B's, I will draw this way, where some of the A's are touching B's. Right. Now, no A's are B's, I will draw it this way. Okay, I will draw it this way. But I will have a mark here saying some of the A's are not B's. Okay, this is for this one. This is for this one, which is some of the A's are not B's. What about this one? No A's are B's. When I say no A's are B's, okay, none of the A's would touch B's. Okay, that is how I draw the diagrams. I hope you already know these things. Okay, मैं बस आपको एक बार बताना चाहता था, so I told these things. All right. Now in this case, now here, what are the conditions? Okay, why am I giving 6 statements to you is generally syllogisms will be asked in this way, where they give statement 1, statement 2, and conclusions will be given. Conclusion 1 and conclusion 2. By solving these 2 statements, I have to tell whether this conclusion is right or wrong, or this conclusion is right or wrong. Okay, but Infosys has a very good way of asking syllogism questions, where it will ask questions this way. And how do we need to solve? Okay, we need to solve in this way, where each question contains 6 statements, okay, followed by 4 set of combinations of 3. Okay, so each question contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 statements, okay, followed by 4 set of combination of 3. That means 4 set of combination of 3, where A is 1, 2, 5, let's say. Okay, B is 3, 4, 5, let's say. C is 1, 2, 6, and D is 1, 3, 5. Let's say these are the 4 combination. Okay, so followed by 4 sets of combination of 3. 4 sets of combination of 3. Choose the set in which the statements are logically related. Okay, choose the set in which the statements are logically related. That means by solving 1 and 2, am I getting the conclusion as 5 or not? By solving 1 and 2, am I getting the conclusion as 6 or not? By solving 3 and 4, am I getting the conclusion as 5 or not? By solving 1 and 3, am I getting the conclusion as 5 or not. This is what I need to find out. Okay, I will give you an example also. I will solve and tell you how this works. All right, let's see. Okay, so now the first one, I need to tell, by solving A and D, am I getting the conclusion as E or not? Okay, that is what I need to tell. Okay, I hope you understood what I am trying to tell. By solving A and D, am I getting the conclusion as E or not? Okay, that is what I need to tell. Okay, now first one. Okay, A and D. A and D. All snakes are reptiles. All the snakes are reptiles. Okay, all the snakes are reptiles. You need not write the complete thing, just write the initial letter. Okay, no need to write completely. Only if initial letters are same, you write the next letter. Okay, otherwise don't write. Okay, what about D? What about D? A we have written. What about D? All snakes lay eggs. All the snakes lay eggs. Okay, so all the snakes lay eggs. All right, all snakes are reptiles. All the snakes lay eggs. Now I need to tell whether it is giving me the conclusion as E or not. Whether it is giving me the conclusion as E or not. What is E? All reptiles lay eggs. Are all reptiles laying eggs? Are all reptiles laying eggs? No, not all reptiles laying eggs. So I can say this particular one is wrong. This particular one is wrong. Comparatively, it is a little tougher syllogism because here you need to solve 4 questions, okay, to get the right answer. Okay, here you need to solve 4 questions to get the right answer. That is why the number of the time which is given to you is little high. Okay, that is the only reason why they have given you more time. That is what you need to understand. All right, what about the second one? By using B and E, am I getting the conclusion as D or not? Okay, what about B here? All reptiles are not snakes. So I can say all reptiles are not snakes. Okay, all reptiles are not snakes, which is B. What about E? All reptiles lay eggs. All reptiles lay eggs. All reptiles lay eggs. What about D? So by using B and E, considering B and E, am I getting the conclusion as D or not? That is what I need to check. Okay, D. All snakes lay eggs. Okay, all snakes, are they laying eggs here? Okay, so according to the diagram, it is wrong. Okay, so I can say this is wrong. Next one, A, B, E. So considering A and B, am I getting the conclusion as E or not? Okay, A. All snakes are reptiles. Okay, what about B? All reptiles are not snakes. Okay, now here this one is wrong because already they have given all snakes are reptiles. Okay, all snakes are reptiles. And B, it is given all reptiles are not snakes. Okay, sorry. That is a reverse statement. So no, not a problem. Okay. Now here it is given all snakes are reptiles, but B says all reptiles are not snakes. According to the diagram, it is correct only. All snakes are reptiles only, but all reptiles are not snakes. This part of the reptile is not snake. This part of the reptile is not snake, right? So it is fine. Okay. Now, by using these two, will I get the conclusion? I will not get the conclusion because here, when I see E, it is reptiles and laying eggs. There is nothing told about laying eggs, so I cannot get this as the answer. Okay, so listen to this very carefully, otherwise you will not understand. Okay, now ACF, we'll see the last one. A, all snakes are reptiles. All snakes are reptiles. What about C? All reptiles are cold-blooded. All reptiles come under cold-blooded. Okay. Now, is F the logical conclusion or not for these two? For these two, is F the logical conclusion or not? Okay. All snakes are cold-blooded. Are all snakes coming under cold-blooded? Yes, all snakes are coming under cold-blooded. So I can say the last one is the answer. The last one is the answer. Okay. Guys, I hope you are understanding. Now, from the time you came, I have not heard from one person also about whether you are understanding or not. Please let me know if you guys are able to understand. Then only I can move forward. Otherwise, there is no point of taking the class. Okay. Please let me know if you guys are able to understand. All right. Otherwise, it would be very difficult for me to continue the class. Okay, let's go to the next section, next question then. All right. Okay, next question. Another question I'm going to explain it to you. After that, I will give you time to solve the questions. One more question I will solve. After that, I will give you time to solve. And after that, I will solve the questions. Okay. Let's see. Now, A, B, and E. So I have to check if AB would give me the logical conclusion as E. All right. Now all maps are caps. All maps are caps. Let's see what is B. All caps are traps. All caps are traps. Now what is E? Is E the conclusion? What is E? All maps are traps. So all the maps are traps. Okay, I can say this is a logical conclusion, definitely, right? Now if you want to check, we can check FAB also. Now F is all traps are maps, right? A is all maps are caps, so all the maps are caps. Is B the logical conclusion for these two? B. All caps are traps. See, all traps are caps, but all the caps are not traps. So this is a wrong conclusion. Okay. Next, AFE. What is A? A is all maps are caps, all the maps are caps. What is F? F is all traps are maps. Okay, see, all the traps are coming under maps. All the traps are coming under maps. I need to check if E is the logical conclusion. E is all maps are traps. See, all the traps are coming under maps, but all the maps may not come into the traps. So this is also wrong. The last one we'll check once. No caps are traps. So no caps are traps. Okay. What about B here? B is all caps are traps. All caps are, sorry. Oh. Okay. D is no caps are traps. B is all caps are traps. Now this is not possible. In one of them they are saying, okay, there is no relation. In the other one they are saying all of them are that. So it is not possible. Okay. So I can say the first one is the answer. The first one is the answer. Okay. All right. Next one. Next one. You try this one. Okay. You try this. I'll give you 1 minute to do this one. Okay. After that, I would solve. All right. Okay, let's see. FCA. Now F is some villains have no fan clubs. Okay. So some villains have no fan clubs. All right. So villains and fan clubs are not touching. Now see, some villains have fans. Okay. Now fan clubs is different, fans is different, right? Okay. So some villains have fans. It is possible. If they would have said some villains have clubs, then that is wrong, because already they said no villains have fan clubs. Okay. Now if they are again changing it to some, that is not possible, right? Okay. Take it. Next one. So these are the two statements given. From this is A, the logical conclusion. P is a hero. Now hero came from nowhere, right? So here there is no question of hero, because here the element of hero is only not there in the questions, right? So from the logic, conclusion cannot be taken. All right, let's see the second one, A, C, F. Now P is a hero, so P comes under hero. Okay, so P is a hero. Next, C. Some villains have fans. Okay, some villains have fans. All right. Okay, next, F, is it a logical conclusion? Some villains have no fan clubs. Here there is nothing about fan clubs. Okay, so I can say this is wrong, absolutely wrong. All right. Next, third one, some CFB, right? Some villains have fans. Okay, some villains have fans. What about F here? Some villains have no fan clubs. Okay, some villains have no fan clubs. Okay, you can represent it like this so that you know that there is restriction between these two. There is a restriction between these two. All right. What about B here? Is it a conclusion? Some heroes have fans. Here hero is not given only, so I can say this is wrong. This should be the answer, but we will check. Okay. Now BAD. Some heroes have fans. Okay, some heroes have fans. All right. A is P is a hero. Okay, so P comes under hero. I'll draw it again so that I can draw a little bigger. Some heroes have fans. P is a hero. Okay, P is a hero. Is D the logical conclusion? Let's see. P may have fans. Now here P is coming under hero, but here I don't know whether this P is touching this fans or not. That I don't know, right? See, some of the heroes are fans, that I know. But when I am drawing P inside heroes, I don't know whether this P is touching this fans or not. That I don't know. Okay, it may touch or it may not touch. Okay, it may touch or it may not touch. Both the possibilities are there. But here in the conclusion, it is not given that P have fans. P has fans. Okay, that is not given. It is given P may have fans. Okay, it is given P may have fans, which is possibility. And here there is a possibility. So I can say this is a right conclusion. That is the only reason it is a right conclusion. Had it given that P has fans, then it would have been wrong. Okay, but in this case it is given that P may have fans. That is the reason this is a right statement. Okay, I hope you understood this one. Okay, let's go for the next one. Okay, so let's solve this one. All right, so ACD. All books are biographies. Okay, all the books are biographies. All right. Next, C. Britannica is a biography. Okay, so Britannica is a biography. So all books are also biographies. Britannica is also biography. So both of them will come inside. Now here you need to understand, this is what is given in the question. Here they have not given whether this books and this Britannica is going to touch. Okay. Will they collide? Is there any intersection? That is not given. Okay. So you cannot assume that there is intersection. You cannot assume that there is no intersection. Okay. But just for time being, draw it like this. But keep it in mind that they can touch, right? Okay. Last one. I have to see if D is a logical conclusion. Britannica is a popular book. See, I don't know whether Britannica is a book or not, first of all. Okay, whether this Britannica is going to touch this book or not, I don't know. Leave about the popular book. Even if this Britannica is touching the book, I cannot conclude that it is a popular book. So this is wrong, first thing. All right. Next one, ABE. So I will see if this is a logical conclusion. All books are biographies. Okay. All books are biographies. All right. What about B? What about B? Some books are popular. Okay. Some books are popular. Okay. Some of these books are popular. Some of these books are popular. All right. Now I will see if E is a logical conclusion. E says some popular books are biographies. See, some of the books are popular, definitely. Okay, so this part of it is a popular book, right? This part of it is a popular book because some of the books are popular, right? So if this part of the book is popular and all the books are coming under biography, definitely I can say some of the popular books are biography. So I can say this one is right. Some of the popular books are biography. So that is the reason this is right. Okay. Now let's see this also so that we don't have any confusion. D. Britannica is a popular book. So Britannica comes under popular book. Okay. Britannica comes under popular book. Next. C. Britannica is a biography. Okay. So Britannica is a biography also. Britannica is a popular book. Britannica is a biography also. What about A? A, all books are biographies. Now there is no relation here, right? Next, EDC. Some popular books are biography. Okay, E, some popular books are biography. So some popular books, they are biographies. D, Britannica is a popular book. Okay, so Britannica comes under popular book. Britannica comes under popular book. So is C a logical conclusion? We'll see. Britannica is a biography. Now this Britannica, I don't know whether it is going to touch biography or not. Okay, it is going to touch this biography or not, I am not sure. So I cannot say Britannica is a biography. That is the only reason this is wrong. Okay, if it is given that Britannica being biography is possible, then that is correct. Okay, possibility is there, but definitely it would happen, that I cannot say, because it may or may not touch biography. Okay, so that is the reason I can say this is also a wrong conclusion. Okay, so we'll solve few more questions, 4 to 5 more questions we will solve. After that, from John sir, I am going to send PDFs to you. All right. Okay. Next one. All right, let's see. Now DCA, let's see this. So why can't say I spoke? So why can't say I spoke? That means why and spoke are different. Okay, they will not touch each other, definitely, right? What about C? Why is deaf? Okay, so why is coming under deaf. So why is coming under deaf, correct? Okay. No, and I will represent it like this so that I know that there is a restriction between why and speaking. Why cannot speak. Okay. So always when there is no, okay, no A's or B's, okay, no chairs or tables, you represent it like that so that you understand. You will never forget during the question that there is a restriction between these two. All right. Okay. Next one. C. Y is deaf. Okay. Is A the logical conclusion? A. X is dumb. Now here you are talking about Y and giving the conclusion as X will not work out. Okay. When you are talking about Y and giving the conclusion as X, that will not work out. Okay. So this is wrong. What about this one? C, D, F. C, Y is deaf. Okay. Y is deaf. Okay. What about D here? Y can't say I spoke. Okay. So Y cannot say I spoke. There is a restriction between Y and spoke. Okay. Now here you need to understand that there is a restriction between Y and spoke. There is no restriction between this one, D and spoke. Okay. So Y is deaf, right? So deaf and spoke, there is no restriction. Okay. Only Y and spoke, there is a restriction. Correct? Y is coming under deaf and Y cannot speak. So there is a restriction between Y and speak, but there is no restriction between deaf and speak. So will this deaf and speak touch? We cannot say that. It may or may not happen. But as of now, we don't know. Okay. Is F the conclusion? What is F? X cannot say I spoke. Now here you are talking about Y deaf and spoke. So here you cannot make a conclusion with X definitely, right? Okay. A, B, C. What about A, B, C? X is dumb. So X is dumb. All right. Now what about B? Dumb people cannot speak. So dumb people cannot speak. Dumb and speak, okay, will not intersect. What about C? Y is deaf. So here you cannot get the conclusion for Y. Okay. Now last one. See here, the concept of Infosys is to consume lot of time for you. Okay. So don't what you say think that these questions are so easy. Sometimes they do that so that you get confused. Okay. Not all the questions are like this. Okay. But these kind of questions are also given. Right. Okay. BAF. Dumb people can't speak. Okay. So dumb people cannot speak. All right. What about A? X is dumb. Okay. Um, I will make it a little bigger. Dumb people cannot speak. X is dumb. Okay. Now is F the conclusion? X can't say I spoke. X cannot say I spoke because dumb people cannot speak and X is dumb. So definitely X cannot say I spoke. Okay. So this is a right state. Okay. This is a right state. Right conclusion. All right. Here the concepts are easy only, but they will just try to make it a little clumsy. Okay. Here it is just going to be little clumsy. So many questions you need to solve and then get to the answer. That is the only challenge. Otherwise, the concepts are easy only. All right. So people who are not understanding it completely, rewind the video and see. Okay. Don't just leave it like that if you are not understanding. Rewind the video and see. Okay. Just recheck the questions and see what is the logic. Okay, then you will understand it a lot better. All right, next one. Next one. I'll give you 1 minute. You just try to solve it. All right, let's see this. PCD. Okay. So B, soldiers do not wear uniform. Okay. Soldiers do not wear uniform. All right. So soldiers and uniform are not intersecting, right? Now C, Amar Singh is a soldier. So Amar Singh comes under soldier here. All right. Now what about D? Is D the logical conclusion? Amar Singh may wear uniform. No, Amar Singh may not wear uniform. It is wrong. Because soldiers do not wear uniform and Amar Singh is a soldier. So Amar Singh should not wear uniform. So I can say this is a wrong statement. Right. Next one. ECD. E. Some soldiers are army men. Some soldiers are, sorry. Some soldiers are army men. Okay. What is C here? Amar Singh is a soldier. Amar Singh is a soldier. Okay. Amar Singh is a soldier. What about D? Is D the conclusion? Amar Singh may wear uniform. Here, there is nothing about uniform which came, right? There is nothing told about uniform. So I cannot say second one is the answer. What about ABC? Let's see. Army men wear uniform. So army men comes under uniform. Army men wear uniform. What about B? Soldiers do not wear uniform. Okay, soldiers are away from uniform. Okay, soldiers do not wear uniform. Now what about C? Is C the conclusion? Amar Singh is a soldier. Here, nothing is given about Amar Singh, right? There is nothing told about Amar Singh. So I can say this is wrong. Only the last one is correct, which is none of these. None of these should be the answer. Okay. I hope every one of you understood this. Go for the next question. All right. Let's see. ABC. A. All inhabitants of Andaman are tribal. So all inhabitants of Andaman are tribal, it seems. Okay. Next, B. Mogambo is a tribal. Okay. So Mogambo is also tribal. Okay. Now with this, inhabitants of Andaman and Mogambo, will they touch each other? We don't know. It may or may not happen. Is C the right conclusion? Mogambo is an inhabitant of Andaman. Mogambo is an inhabitant of Andaman. It may or may not happen. If it is given like a possibility that, what you say, Mogambo being inhabitant of Andaman is possible, then that is correct. Okay. Okay, because it's a possibility. But here we don't know whether it is happening or not. Okay, it will happen or not. Okay. Okay, next one. BCA. B. Mogambo is a tribal. Okay, Mogambo is a tribal. What about C? Mogambo is an inhabitant of Andaman. Mogambo is a tribal. Mogambo is an inhabitant of Andaman also. Okay, what about A here? All inhabitants of Andaman are tribal. All inhabitants of Andaman are tribal. No, not that. Okay, some is definitely possible, but all is not possible. Sorry, this is for B, right? Not for C. Okay, so B is wrong. All right, now let's see. What about this one? A, ED. All inhabitants of Andaman, okay, are tribal. Okay. Next, E. Some inhabitants of Andaman are Africans. Some inhabitants of Andaman are Africans. Some. Okay. They are Africans. Okay. What about D? So most Negroes are Africans. Here there is nothing told about Negroes. So how can we even assume this, right? So I can say this is wrong. So this one is correct. The last one is correct. All right. The last one is correct. Okay. Next one. Next one. Next one, please. Okay. Okay, let's see this one. All right. So ABD. So the Japanese are techno savvy. Japanese comes under techno savvy. All right. B. Suzuki is techno savvy. Okay. Suzuki is also techno savvy. Whether this Japanese and Suzuki will touch each other may or may not. Okay. Next is D the logical conclusion? Suzuki is Japanese, may or may not happen. So I cannot say it will definitely happen. but it is a possibility. Now ADB, let's see. Japanese are techno savvy. Okay, Japanese are techno savvy, right? What about D here? Suzuki is Japanese. Suzuki is coming under Japanese. Is B the logical conclusion? Suzuki is techno savvy. Okay, Suzuki is techno savvy. Yes, definitely it is correct. So I can say it is the right. All right. This two we will quickly see. BCD, Suzuki is techno savvy. Okay, Suzuki is techno savvy. See, some techno savvy are illiterate. Some techno savvy are illiterate. Okay, what is D the logical conclusion? Suzuki is Japanese. There is no connection here. Okay, so this is wrong. DCB, uh, definitely it is going to be no connection because it's made with this only. So this is also going to be wrong. Okay, so the answer is second one, which is ADB. Answer is going to be the second. Okay, next one. We'll do it little quickly so that we complete more number of questions. Verbal section completely I will do it in one session only. Okay, verbal, what you say, verbal section. Okay, in one session only I'm going to complete it. It will be day after tomorrow maybe. All right, just be prepared for that. Okay, let's see. CDB, all accommodative persons are tolerant. So all accommodative persons are tolerant. D, some tolerant persons are friendly. Okay, so some of the tolerant persons are friendly. Is B the conclusion? Some friendly persons may be accommodative. Some friendly persons may be accommodative. Okay, so maybe accommodative is correct. Maybe accommodative is correct. See, I don't know whether this accommodative and friendly going to touch each other. Okay, I don't know, but it can happen because here it is given as maybe. Okay, because they have given it as possibility. Possibility is there definitely. So I can say it is right one. So this is a correct one. All right. So DEB we will come. What you say? Quickly see it. Some tolerant persons are friendly. So some of the tolerant persons are friendly. Okay. Next E. All Bangaloreans are tolerant. All Bangaloreans comes under tolerant. Okay. Next B. Some friendly persons may be accommodative. Some friendly persons may be accommodative. Here, there's nothing about accommodative. Okay. Next, ADE. Many Bangaloreans are friendly. Okay. Many is given, right? Many Bangaloreans are friendly. That means some. Okay. It is definitely not all. So many Bangaloreans are friendly. Okay. Many Bangaloreans are friendly. Next, D. Some tolerant persons are friendly. Okay. Some tolerant persons are also friendly. Now, E. All Bangaloreans are tolerant. Here, Bangaloreans and tolerant, are they touching each other? First of all, I don't know if they are touching each other. And so I cannot say all of them are tolerant. Okay. Few also I don't know here. Okay. BCA. So some friendly persons may be accommodative. Okay. So some friendly persons. So some friendly persons may be accommodative. Okay. So here you just write it as maybe. May or may not be. Okay. Next, C. All accommodative persons are tolerant. All accommodative persons, they are tolerant. Okay. Next is A, the conclusion. Many Bangaloreans are friendly. Here there is nothing told about Bangalorean. So I can say this is a wrong one. Only the first statement, or I would say the first combination is the right combination. The first combination is the right combination. Okay. I hope you guys are understanding. We'll go for the next question. After this question, I am going to talk about the other pattern in which you will get the questions. Okay, there is another pattern in which you get the questions. So we will see that also. Okay, we'll just check this one. So D. E. coli is a parasite. So E. coli, okay, that is a parasite that comes under parasite. E is, okay, first D, no, okay. E. coli may not be visible. Okay, so E. coli, it may be visible or it may not be visible. Okay, so it may touch visible, okay, or it may not touch visible. Okay, so whatever symbol you want to give to that, you can give. All right, so maybe you always have to draw some way. Now B, most parasites are invisible. Okay, now here I don't know whether this is going to touch it or not. Okay, touch this one or not. If this is touching this, then I can say definitely some of the parasites are invisible, but I don't know it may be visible or not, right? So in this case, I am not sure about this particular one. Okay, because here that is given that E. coli may be visible or may not be visible. If E. coli is visible, okay, if E. coli is visible or some E. colis are visible, definitely some of the parasites or most of the parasites are visible. Okay, so I can say that, but here there is nothing given like that. Okay, there is no way to find it out, right? Next one. ADE. Parasite live on other animals. Okay. Some way I have to draw it, right? So parasite live on other animal. I will just write it like this. Okay. They are living on. So it basically means all the parasites are living on other animals. That's it. Okay. No need to get confused. D. E. coli is a parasite. Okay. So if E. coli is also parasite, that means E. coli also lives on other animals only. Is E a logical conclusion? E. coli may not be visible. There is no logic to it. Okay. There is no connection only. What about DBE? Now B says most parasites are invisible. Okay. So most parasites are invisible. I will write it this way. Instead of taking visible and not touching it, I will write it this way. Most parasites are invisible. Okay. What about D? E. coli is a parasite. So E. coli comes under parasite and E. coli may or may not touch invisible. Right. Now I will just check E here if it is the logical conclusion. E. coli may not be visible. Yes. E. coli may or may not be visible. This may touch this one or this may not touch. But because this is given as a possibility, that is the reason it is right. Otherwise, this would have been wrong. Otherwise, this would have been wrong. Okay. I hope every one of you are understanding what I am trying to tell here. What I am trying to tell, I hope every one of you are understanding. Okay. All right. Okay. So we will go for another kind of questions here. Uh, okay. Okay. Solve this one. Solve this one. There is a last concept which is remaining in this. Okay, I will complete that after 2-3 questions and then we are going to wind up the session. All right. So that any question comes from syllogism, you should be able to do it comfortably. Right. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Sania Mirza is a tennis player. Okay. Sania Mirza is a tennis player. Next. Tennis players are tall. Tennis players are all tall. Okay. Conclusion. All tall players are tennis players? No. All tall players are not tennis players, but all tennis players are tall players. So this is a wrong conclusion. Okay. Now, Sania Mirza is tall. Sania Mirza is definitely tall. So I can say it is correct. Okay. Definitely it is correct. Okay. So which one will be the answer here? The second one will be the answer here. So the format will be given like this, where only A follows, B follows, both 1 and 2 follows, none of them follows. Okay, both 1 and 2 follows and none of them follows. So the pattern is given something like this. All right. Okay. Next one. Don't do this one. It's very easy. Even this one is not relevant. Not relevant. Okay. So I will just tell you one concept here. Okay. This one you try to do it. This one you try to do it. Complete this one. After that, we are going to talk about the concept. Okay, let's see. All bats are blind. Okay, all bats are blind. All snakes are blind. All snakes are blind. Okay, so bats are also blind and snakes are also blind. These are the statements. Now here we don't know whether this bats and snakes will touch each other, right? Okay. Now here the conclusion is some snakes are bats. I cannot say some snakes are bad because I don't know if they are touching. No snakes is bad. Here I cannot say no snake is bad because I don't know if they are touching. Because if they are touching, how can I say no snake is a bat? If these two are touching, I cannot say no snake is a bat. That is why this is also wrong. Okay. Now this is a kind of a conclusion where I can say answer is neither of the conclusions. Okay. So here in examination, you will get 5 options actually. There I showed you 4 options. Okay. You will get 5 options. One of them is conclusion 1 follows. Okay. Second one is conclusion 2 follows. Third one is both follows. Fourth one is neither of the conclusions follow. And fifth one is either conclusion 1 or conclusion 2 follows. This is the most important one and the confusing one. This option will also be there. Okay. Either conclusion 1 or conclusion 2 follows. Now, when is this valid? When is this valid? This is valid for 2 conditions. One of the condition is this. One of the condition is this. Now, what is this one condition I am talking about? Okay. So, after this one, we can wind up the session because most of the questions are already solved. You can solve the questions comfortably if you have understood the concepts. Okay. Right. Now, what is this condition? Okay. Let's check. See, in this case, when I say all the bats are blind, okay, and all the snakes are blind, here this bats and snakes can touch each other or they will not touch each other, but one of them will definitely happen. Okay, one of them will definitely happen. That is what is a condition here. Out of the 2 conclusions, one conclusion will definitely happen. That means either these 2 will touch here. Okay, is there any other option? Either this bat and snake has to touch or this bat and snake should not touch. Only 2 condition. If little bit also this bat and snake is touching, if little bit also this bat and snake is touching, I can say some snakes are bats. If these two are not touching, I can say, okay, no snakes are bats. No snake is bat. Now, if this is right, this one becomes wrong. And if this is right, this one becomes wrong. That is a condition here. Okay, that is a condition here. Now, here, what will be the answer? Answer will be either one or two follows. Either one or two follows. Okay. Now, for you to remember this one, okay, just remember it in this way. Remember that in the conclusion, if one of the statement is some and one of the statement is no, okay, if one of the statement is some and one of the statement is no, and the keywords are same, snake and snake, bat and bat. If the keywords are same, okay, and one statement starts with some and one statement is no, then I can say it is either or. Did you all get this one? Okay, I hope you are understanding it. Okay, this is a way to remember. Okay, if you cannot solve it and see whether it is either or, so one way you can remember is this way, where you just have to see that one of the statement is some, one of the statement is no, both the keywords are same, snake and snake, bat and bat. Okay, see, the what you say, position can be different. Snake can come here, bat can come here, there is no problem. Okay, there is no problem. Here there is a snake, if here there is a snake, no problem. Here there is a bat, here there is a bat, no problem. But keyword should be same, position need not be same. Okay, now in that case I can say it is either or. Now when is this valid? If both the statements are wrong. Okay, if both the conclusions are wrong. In this case both the conclusions were wrong, but one of the conclusion will definitely happen, right? Okay, see, for example, if it is given something like this, okay, bats all bats are blind. Okay, all bats are blind. Okay, and bats bats are, sorry, some snakes are bats. Let's say it is given something like this, some snakes are bats. Okay, now in this case, okay, in the conclusion I have some, in the conclusion I have no. Okay, in the conclusion there is some also, there is no also. Keywords are same, and keywords are same. Now in this case, when I see the conclusion 1, some snakes are bat is correct. Okay, when I see the conclusion 2, no snake is bat is wrong. Okay, now from the conclusion only, from the diagram only, I already got that first one is correct and second one is wrong. Now here in this case either one, okay, or two is not possible, because already one is correct and second one is wrong. When it is possible? When both of them are wrong only. Okay, both of them are wrong only, but one of them has to definitely happen, right? In that case only it is possible, otherwise it is not possible. This is something which you need to understand. Okay, so it is one case in which either or will come. What is the other case? Remember, some and no, keyword should be same. Okay, the other one is okay, if I say all bats are blind, all bats are blind. Okay, and okay, what is the other condition I can give? All bats are blind and okay, some bats are not some bats are not snakes. Okay, I will just write it this way. Some bats are not snakes. Okay, now in this case, let's see if that will happen. Okay, all right. So all bats are blind and some bats are not snakes. Okay, no, this will not happen. Some bats are not blind. Okay, I will just try to frame this one a lot better. Okay, till then you just solve the other question. Till then I will frame that question. Okay, solve this one. I will frame that question till then. Okay, let's see this and then we will see that question and we will wind up. Okay, all papers are files. So all the papers are files. Some files are pens. Some files are pens. Okay, next conclusion. No paper is a pen. No paper is a pen. It may or may not happen. Okay, some pens are papers. Some pens are papers. This also may or may not happen. Now here it's the same case where one of them is no and one of them is some. Paper, paper, pen, pen. Okay, so I can say, okay, it is either one or two. It is either one or two. So as a conclusion, both of them are wrong only. But I have seen the condition here. One of them is no, one of them is some. Okay, it is the same keywords. Position is different, but no problem. I can say it is either one or two. Okay, so I hope you have understood this one, this condition very well. Okay, now let's see if I say all chairs. Okay, all chairs are tables, or I would say some chairs are tables. Let's say some of the chairs are tables. Okay. Now, second one I am saying that some of the tables are bench. Some of the tables are benches. Okay. So this is the question or statements. Let's say this is the statements. And the two conclusions given are conclusion one. Conclusion one is given as, let's say, all chairs are benches. Okay, and some chairs are not benches. All chairs are benches, and second one, some chairs are not benches. Okay, now which of these conclusion is actually true? Now if you see it separately, both the conclusions are wrong only, but when you see it as a possibility, both the conclusions are actually possible. Okay, both the conclusions are actually possible. Okay, see, here I am drawing it like this, where I say some chairs are tables and all chairs are tables and some chairs are benches. I can also draw it as all the chairs, okay, are tables. All the chairs are tables, and some chairs are benches. Some of the chairs are benches. I can draw it like this. Okay. They did not say that there is a restriction between chair and benches. Okay. I don't know that whether chair is also included or not, but there is a possibility definitely. But there is definitely a possibility. So this is also another way in which I can draw this. So I can say that in this case, okay, and in this case, all the chairs, okay, all the chairs are coming under benches. Okay, that is why this conclusion can be right. Okay, it is not right. It is not right because I don't know whether it will happen or not. It is just a possibility. Okay, it is not definitely right, but it can happen. Okay, now, little bit also. Okay, little bit also. If this bench, okay, comes this side. Okay, so for example, see, in this case, uh, chairs and benches are not touching each other. In this case, chairs and benches are not touching each other. That is why all chairs are benches is wrong. Okay, but some chairs are not benches is definitely right, because definitely some of the chairs are not benches. In fact, all the chairs are not benches. Okay, so in this case, this is right and this is wrong. But what will happen if I draw it like this? Okay, if I draw it like this, all the chairs are benches is right, but some chairs are not benches is wrong, because all the chairs are benches. This one is wrong. Okay, so in this case, I can say, in this case, either the first conclusion or the second conclusion is possible. This is a second condition. And how do you find it? You can find it if one of the statement is all, and another statement is combination of some and not. Combination of some and not. Remember it carefully. Okay, if you want to go for either or condition, okay, one statement has to be all and the other statement is the combination of some and not, and the keywords must be same, and in this case, keywords, the position should not change. If chair is here, here also the chair must be here. If benches is here, here also the benches is here only. It should not change the position, otherwise this will be wrong. The reason is very simple. The reason is, see, in the other case, no and some. Okay, no and some. I can say if no paper is pen, let's say, if no paper is pen, that means no pen is paper. Vice versa it is. Okay, so position doesn't matter in this case. If no pen is paper, then no paper is pen. Okay, so in no condition, okay, position doesn't matter. What about some? When I say some pens are paper, when I say some pens are paper, definitely some papers are pen. Definitely some papers are pen. In this case also, the position doesn't matter. Okay, I can write some papers as pen as some pens as paper. No paper as pen into no pen is paper. कुछ भी लिख सकता हूँ, right? I can interchange the position, but in this case, you see, okay, when I say all chairs are benches, doesn't mean all benches are chairs. Okay, if I say all chairs are benches, it doesn't mean all benches are chairs. Okay, so when I say all the men are human beings, that doesn't mean all human beings are men. Okay, human beings are men also and women also, right? Okay, so when I say all men are human beings, doesn't mean all the human beings are men. So here in this case, the position is very important. What about this one? Some chairs are not benches, doesn't mean some benches are not chairs. Okay, you just see that one. Okay, how it works. So in this case, how can I say it is either or condition? One of them is all, one of them is some and no, not condition. Okay, combination, and the keyword should be same and the position of the keyword should also be same. Then I can say it is either one or two here. Okay, so only two condition for either or. One of them is this, no and some. One of them is this, all and some not. Okay, so we can just wind up the session, but before we wind up the session, please let me know, guys, if you have understood the whole session. Did you guys understand the whole session? Thank you so much, guys. We'll meet tomorrow in the next session.